Tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And, you know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off.
Some changes for Minnesota. Noel's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Cunningham comes in for Mirotic. And Max subbed in for Evan Turner. Channing Frye's checked in for Memphis. Bryant comes in for Wesley Matthews. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here's Mack. From deep three-point range.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Well, I think all three of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't he?
He sure does.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Redick's got his first points in this one.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target. And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, you know, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And you know, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Grizzlies timeout.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, landing him back at Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
Here's Bryant. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Oubre. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Now here's Bryant. He has 6. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shelvin Mack. That's his first foul. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Rush is checked in. Bryant dishes to Tucker.
What a nice feed by Kobe that time.
Timberwolves trailed by 20. Jordan inside. He's against Frye. Jordan the pass to Wall. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And it's 9 points for John Wall.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Pacers in Indiana. The drive by Bryant. It's deflected. Here's Wall. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Now here's Kobe. He's got 6.
And, you know, a huge moment for Kobe last season before the injury. I mean, he has the great Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list.
For Kobe, that was him moving into the 3rd spot ahead of Michael Jordan. Says a lot, Clark, about where he stands among the greats.
And you look at it, he is first among perimeter players now in that regard. So he's clearly on a very short list of the greatest wingmen of all time in the history of the league.
Memphis leading by 18. Four seconds left. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Good if it goes. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Grizzlies out in front, running away with it. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Matthews out there with Porzingis. Then it's Jared Bayless. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Chandler in at the 5 down low. And Turner kicks to Jordan. Soft touch off the glass. Jordan's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Timberwolves. Here's Bayless. And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Redick's checked in for Minnesota. Wall comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. The Grizzlies also making a change. Tucker's checked in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Redick for 3. Another miss by Minnesota. Porzingis passes to Matthews. The tray. And it's Noel with the rebound.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Redick for 3. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Rose kicks to Matthews. He dishes it to Chandler. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Minnesota calls timeout. And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
Mirotic is checked in for Minnesota. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Feeds to Redick. Another miss by Minnesota.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And stolen by Mirotic. Kicks it to Redick. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Over in the corner, Matthews. And the three ball is good.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Wall dishes to Mirotic. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And now Wall running the floor all by himself. Redick with the bucket.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
It's Matthews on the wing. And the Grizzlies get it back. To the left side wing. Rose passes to Tucker. He feeds it to Matthews. Wall with the steal. Rose against Redick. Offensive rebound. Here's Noel. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Please times Porzingis.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And here's Wall outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Offensive rebound. Tucker. And it's off from three-point range. And Turner kicks to Redick. Fires for three. The shot will not go. Some solid defense from Rose.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Grizzlies.
Mark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And looking at the arc of the season, this is the first of two meetings on the year, so this will be a solid win to go up 1-0 in the season series against the Timberwolves.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Tyson Chandler. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Bryant drives in, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. The shot by Turner, no good.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And he gets it to go. And the Grizzlies lead by 20.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
That's good.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
So